So ex-presidential candidate asked Supreme Court to sack Tinubu from office. This on the pages of the Vanguard newspaper. So he's saying that Tinubu is an active CIA agent or fit for presidency. Let me read in details. A former presidential candidate, Chief Ambrose Owuru, has approached the Supreme Court praying to sack Bola Tinubu from office. He said, Owuru, who was the presidential flag bearer of the Hope Democratic Party (HDP) in 2019 general election, in the legal action he filed directly at the press court, among other things, mentioned that President Tinubu is an active agent of the Central Intelligence Agency (CIA) of the USA. He also said that the court should disqualify Tinubu because he had forfeited the sum of $4,000 to the US government in a drug-related case. He specifically prayed the Supreme Court to invoke Section 107 of the Nigerian Constitution as amended to ask Tinubu from office for being under the control of foreign authorities. So now, at the having like first guest on this morning, let's have Mr. David this morning. Let's have him this morning on this particular issue. Now, other various issues that have happened. Because today we have to just rush today. Mr. David, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
So we are looking at the fact that the HDP presidential candidate in the 2019 election is saying that Tinubu should be removed from office. But that's not the question. The question is, do you think that Supreme Court can ever remove Nigeria's sitting president?
I thank you for that wonderful question. I believe the Supreme Court themselves cannot, except before you have facts. The facts should be tender in the court of law. For you to come out to say that the Supreme Court should disqualify the president, there should be evidence that should be proved beyond reasonable doubt. Now, you know how the judicial system works. That let us bring it back to the Nigerian context. To the Nigerian context, it will not work. It will not work because being that the judicial arm of government is still well, let me say, loyal to the executive arm of government. So even when there were evidence during the 2023 presidential election that proved that election was marred with maladministration, malpractice, irregularities, that the president did not win that election, the Supreme Court still went ahead and say and then give verdict that the other presidential candidates could not prove beyond reasonable doubt. So I think coming out to say that the court should disqualify President Tinubu, to me, such case would not hold ground. What he should have come out to say that it is, let the opposition merge so that the president would not be. So the president should not be elected come 2027, because I think the case, the case that the president forfeited for $460,000 in US, which is true, and then this was the evidence that was also presented, which Atiku himself presented between the Supreme Court. But now, two are surprised. The Supreme Court discarded that, did not entertain that as an exhibit. So is that the court you want to charge? The same court you want to come out to tell them that see, they should discard that President Bola Tinubu should be disqualified. Disqualification of that should have come out. That should have been what pre-election matters. Also, so coming out to speak about how the president ought to have approaching the court now, I think now that is dead on arrival, because it will not hold ground, it will not stand, and nothing will make it work.
So do you think that our judiciary may still be under the executive arm of government?
It is not may still. They are still under the control of the executive arm of government. They are not independent. Because if we speak about organs of government that is independent, the executive arm should not have no right to interfere to the legislative arm of government. But now the executive controls both the legislature and the judiciary. Who appoints the CJN? the National Judicial Council appoints the CJN, but it is being rectified by the president. What did the president say? He does not like this person. The Senate will not confirm it. So you see, so there's no how those in power will still want to put those who are loyal to them. I will give you this instance. When there were rumors that the former CJN of Nigeria, Onoje, might rule in favor against Buhari, then what did he do? He was immediately had to suspend him, because being the president of the country, he has such power to do that. He suspended Onoje even without any okay, fine. There were allegations that he met with some PDP chieftains, and which the matter could not even be substantiated. So you see how powerful the president of Nigeria is. So coming out to say that the Supreme Court should disqualify Mr. President, I think that won't happen in Nigeria, because Nigerian democracy has not gotten to that level.
Well, are you not afraid? Now this is another question entirely, that Nigeria may be headed towards a one-party state, because I'm going to we saw the fact over the course of the last week, when opposition members, only from the Labour Party, they were decamping to APC, and again there are still speculating that more decamping may happen this week. What does that mean for democracy in Nigeria?
See, actually in this part of the world there is no democracy, because in the sense that when as an ordinary Nigerian you don't have your free will to express the injustice in the society. Look at what Falotini is going through, and you have always maintained this. You have always said it behind the camera that President Bola Tinubu would go out forcefully to capture opposition party, and now it is true. So if the big weights all move to APC, who are those that will speak against the government? PDP now is in disarray. PDP is controlled by Tinubu.
Oh, PDP is controlled by Tinubu.
So who is controlling PDP? Is it not Tinubu? Okay, who is the current chairman of PDP? Loyal to Damagu. Is it Tinubu? So there were rumors that he met with President Bola Tinubu in London. Up to today, he has not come to debunk it. He is not loyal to Tinubu. The PDP secretary, are they not Tinubu voice? Dama from Imo State. So tell me, so if you have a vibrant opposition like PDP that is no longer vibrant, even the Labour Party that we thought was the best king of this country, look at what the lawmakers are doing. I think 4 of them decamped to APC, and despite the people are lamenting that this government is not collecting to the people in the grassroots, politicians are still cross-carpeting to the ruling party.
So I'm looking at the fact that over the course of over the weekend, Tinubu, we're talking about Wankaso, Donald Duke, they met with President Obasanjo, but APC is telling them that Tinubu is not threatened by Obasanjo Wankaso.
Well, APC chairman Gandola told them that Tinubu is not threatened. He's not threatened in the sense that he has the elect chairman, he has judicial, he has the judiciary all to himself. So why should he be threatened? Once you have these two agency of government, so why should he be threatened? And now considering the fact that the INEC chairman is now proposing that people without PVC should be eligible to vote. What does that sense was? Even with PVC, they are still rigging election. Politicians are still going through the back door to rig the process. Now that people without PVC would vote. Now what is that the hope of the future of the country? That people without PVC would vote, and then I believe that before 2027 that law will stand, because the elect chairman has proposed it. And one thing is that the executive arm of government will buy the idea, knowing fully well that indirectly it will favour them. And then what? And then if it favour them on the day of election, those with PVC come and vote, those without PVC come out and vote, and then we announce the highest bidder. Because in Nigeria system of today, it is not by election, it is by who the cabals want.
Who are the cabals? Who are the cabals?
The cabals are not saying that they cannot support the current president. Are they not coming out to cry?
Or do they have the power to remove him? Do they have the power to remove him?
Who give and post there before? And then the cabals gave him the post.
Are you saying in one word? Because we are going now that our vote does not count in Nigeria.
Why do the votes count? See, in the last election, I was the agent of Labour Party here, or this Kayode unit. I did agent for Labour Party, and before the results, an APC agent told me that David, that see, they received signal from Abuja that beavers would be off. Before he told me around 10 o'clock.
Before the election.
Before 10 a.m. During that David, that see, they've called all the APC agents in all the words to tell them that see, they should not panic, that the beavers, the beavers will not, RF will be switched off.
And it was switched off.
In a point, remember that day, the INEC said there was no network. So before 10 a.m. because that guy is my friend, so he worked for APC, I work for Labour Party. He told me, and by 4 p.m. I was David, I tell you, I say it's true. So I say, let me ask him, Pastor, stay with me.
Today's we are not live today because of some technical issue, so we are doing a recorded version. So that's why I'm very, very brief this morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So, thank you so much. Let's go straight to the point because we are not live. Understand? So, what do you want to see? 2027 election, but we are looking at the fact that Donald Duke and Kwankaso, they met Obasanjo. APC is saying meet anybody, like they said last week. Even taking that cannot move Bola Tinubu. Where do you think that the confidence of the APC is coming from?
See, I don't want anybody to be laboring over himself. I don't want anybody to be laboring himself. Yes. With the name Obasanjo in question. Obasanjo should no longer be. Anybody meets Obasanjo should not. Nobody should be threatened or be troubled by that. Obasanjo does not leave a good legacy to Nigeria after his 8 years. He's not the man who said elections do or die. So what is so special about Obasanjo? He left the legacy of election do or die. So he never left us with credible electoral process. He left us with big bandage and fire, take it by force by fire by thunder. That's what Obasanjo left for us as electoral process. So everybody is meeting Obasanjo, so thinking that anything good will come out of him. I don't share the idea. Obasanjo will just is one of the architects of the problem of electoral process we are having right now. He had his 8 years there. We could see how balance were being smashed, how tawdry, after the rising of results. So Obasanjo is not an integrity. Obasanjo is not a personality that we should be concerned ourselves with. That anybody meets him, this one we go and meet him. He doesn't have that pedigree, he doesn't have that integrity. He did not become to us a credible electoral process that we should be proud of right today. So whether Kwakwaso or Obi meets Obasanjo, it should not be a force to be reckoned with. Nobody should lose sleep over that. And let me tell you, they have the right to meet and aspire and agree their views together and start a cause for themselves on the electoral process of Nigeria. Nobody is forcing them about that. But I don't see them being a threat to Tinubu in any way, because Obasanjo himself is not, like I told you, he has no credibility of who anybody can think of when it comes to electoral process. He's a master of electoral malpractices that Nigeria is faced with. So Obi and Kwakwaso, let them continue to meet among themselves. If they send their message to Obasanjo, I don't see anything good, anything formidable that will come out of it that will shake Tinubu, because the man whom they are going to meet is not he has no credibility of electoral process, which is to Nigerian. We have his record. So this is a former president that say election is by fire by force. It's do or die. So what process, what credibility are you expect from that from the person? So what is practice, people master more than him. They are playing for him. So that's the matter of Obasanjo at Kwakwaso and Obi's concern. I'm only concerned for Obi and Kwakwaso. They should have met other business, other responsible people, other more credible people that will charge their cost, charge the electoral cost than Mr. Obasanjo. Obasanjo is not. It should not be the person they should go and be missing.
So let's talk about I want to ask you something. We're talking about the money. Now I'm talking about cash in Nigeria. One last, I knew that you went to bank the other day. Were you able to get cash?
You know, I went to bank. I was on the counter. I went to withdraw as much as close to 20,000 for one or two things. They told me it's only 5,000 they can give me at the counter. I told you. I said, what am I going to do with 5,000? I have money to give this, that. I'm surprised. I left the counter in Nigerian. 5,000. What would 5,000 do out of like 20,000 I want to withdraw? It doesn't serve my purpose. I left the counter. You be here, I left the counter. And I went out of the counter, inside of the bank. So the cash crunch we are experiencing right now, it is due to mismanagement, corruption we have in the banking system. The powers that be in the banking system, who are the custodian of our financial sector, what are they doing with our cash? They are just selling the cash to POS operators, number one, selling the cash to borrow the change, number two, selling the cash to party merchant, entertainment merchant, people who spend money in the parties. These are places where our cash go. Instead of cash to come to the banking sector and cash given to Nigeria that whoever wants cash for its businesses, they don't do that. They say the cash to those people. Those are the people that make cash to be hard, to be scarce in our banking hall. So for that cash concentration we are experiencing right now, let the CBN, where I don't think where the CBN is up to our responsibility as regards sanitizing banking sector. They should go out and sanitize the banking sector and hold accountable all those who are custodian of our cash, who are selling our cash to POS operators, who are selling our cash to borrow change, who are selling our cash to high percentage people in society, and who are selling our cash to entertainment people who take it to party and spread and spray it. If you can harvest those poor areas, there will be enough cash in the banking sector.
So let's go to the issue because we're talking about local government autonomy. Bola Ahmed Tinubu may have good intentions for Nigeria when he said he wants local government councils to be collecting their money directly from the federal government. But we've seen some roadblocks or some people that may be against it, especially the state governors. Now, according to the point paper, council autonomy has gone non gave kick as governors get 2 trillion local government allocations. Local government bodies worried over uncertainty in Supreme Court verdict implementation date. Why do you think that the governors are against or may be against the local government from having their own autonomy? When the governors have their own autonomy, when they are not subjected under the president, why should the local government chairman be subjected under the governors?
See, what happens is this. This is one of the test case for Tinubu, whether the executive have the power to implement judicial decision. The highest court of the land has ruled that and give a judgment that local government money must go directly to the local authorities. This is who enforces a judicial decision. It is the executive. This is where we will now know whether President Tinubu really has the God to implement to execute judicial decision. But judicial cannot enforce the decision by itself. It is the executive that enforces judicial decision and verdict and judgment. This is where to test Tinubu's loyalty and sincerity about the Supreme Court judgment, whether he will go all out and enforce it. Last week, the Attorney General said the governors are liable to impeach if they go against Supreme Court judgments on local government funding. And he also warned the chairman of JSAM if they misuse. So that's the voice of the That's the voice of the executive speaking. The number one law enforcer of the country, Attorney General, he has spoken. Governors, you are liable to be impeached if you tamper with the government money. Every chairman, you are liable to be jailed. So we are not. It's just for us. It's just for us. It's just for us to see the readiness of the executive implementing, enforcing Supreme Court judgment. And if they show that courage that they are ready to enforce it, who is the state governor, who is the state chairman that will not stand in their way? They will not. But whether they want to play policies with it, that's only where they will not be able to. That's why I can see governors saying they are having their way. But if the executive of the federal government is all out to enforce that Supreme Court judgment, no government will stand their way. The money will flow into the account of the government as the Supreme Court are pronounced. Any government who dare sit knows his pay is fire. No government will dare federal government. They will not dare federal mind. But because the federal mind itself, this federal government itself is not, its paying policy is not sincere. That's only where the government can be saying they will consider a roadblock. I don't see government consider a roadblock to it. Then that I see the government chairman consider a roadblock. It is the will of the federal government to implement that decision that really counts, that matters. And if they are serious in implementing it, nobody will stop it. Nobody will block it.
Thank you for coming, sir. God bless you. We are in not live, so we are just running up. Let me have Evangelist Benjamin Ezesinachi. But today we are not live, so we just go to the point. We are not live because of the network. We are being recorded. Evangelist, good morning.
Good morning.
So we are looking at the fact that people went to meet Obasanjo over the weekend. I'm talking about people like Kwankaso, people like Donald Duke. But APC say, like they said last week, that Jonathan cannot remove Tinubu. They are not saying that no matter who go and meet Obasanjo, even with Obasanjo, nobody can change Tinubu from power. They will go to spend 8 years. What do you have to say concerning development in Nigeria?
My beloved, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you are watching us from. I remember my humble self-evangelist, Benjamin Ezesinachi, the only Biafran evangelist that speaks the truth and nothing more than truth. Yes, they went to visit Obasanjo. It's not today people have been visiting Obasanjo. And after visiting, what happened? Does he change anything? I remember during the campaign of last year, Obi went to meet Obasanjo. They even had a meeting. At the end of the day, Obasanjo lifted Obi's hand and took Obi to a particular seat and asked him to sit down. And Obi sat down. At the end of the day, does he stop the game? Does he stop APC for what they intend to do? No, it doesn't stop anything. Meeting Obasanjo has no change in what is already on the ground. Are you getting it? Kwankaso or whatsoever that they are gathered themselves, that come together and move to Obasanjo. Obasanjo will not do what? Change anything. He has no solution. Remember, who started election rigging under democracy in 1999? Was it not Obasanjo? It was Obasanjo that started it. Obasanjo second thing, Obasanjo did not win election, which he himself knew. He used.
Are you saying that Obasanjo did not win 2003 presidential election?
Yes. He himself is aware of what I'm saying. He was the one that started it. You know, I told you I will always speak the truth. He was the one that started it. Do or die. Who made the statement? Was it not from Obasanjo? Are you getting it? In Nigeria, who made the statement? It was from Obasanjo. So, on which angle is he now going to start to speak now? Whereas he was the one who started the do or die and the rigging of election in Nigeria. So meeting Obasanjo or not meeting Obasanjo does not change anything, my beloved brother. Let Nigeria, anything that will come positively, except God. I stand to repeat again, except God Almighty. You understand? Except God Almighty. Without God, there will be no changes in Nigerian political system or Nigerian democracy. Fela have already said it. They are running democracy, and that is what is going on in Nigeria. Thank you.
So we are looking at the fact that Evangelist Benjamin, now they are saying that nobody can threaten us. We cannot be threatened. I'm talking about the APC.
Yes.
Now, where does the confidence come from? Their confidence, where does it lie?
Who is the incumbent government? APC. Who is the one in charge of INEC? Not just in charge, the one that pocketed INEC, APC. The one that pocketed the judiciary, INEC, APC. The current CJN was the one that they used in Imo State. Currently now, she has become the current CJN, pocketed by APC. Tell me, in every department now that will bring justice, tell me the court, go to federal high court, go to the Supreme Court, tell me the one that is not under APC pocket. That is why if anything happens, look at it, they will tell you, I go to court. The court you are going, who owns the court?
What does that, in your opinion, that go to court, what does it mean in your own opinion?
In my own opinion, it means that if you believe that the result we are giving to you, you don't want it, or you go to court. By the time you go to court, the court already belongs to us. We have already pocketed the court. The court is under our control. Over there, go there, we will still defeat you the same way we have defeated you with this result. You understand? So because many people, especially Nigerian, will believe you, where they will get proper justice is in the court. That's why they will not throw it to you. That justice you are looking for, go to court, we will still tell you, say, now we get them. You cannot even get it there, just as you did not get it here. That's the meaning of go to court.
So if you are saying, in your opinion, that the meaning of go to court means there is no justice at the court, or there may be no justice at the court.
There is no justice in the court.
So then what does the hope of the poor Nigerians, where lies their hope?
The hope of all Nigerians is in the hand of God. Their hope is in God, not in Nigerian court, nor Nigerian government.
But God will not come down to save you. Continue.
God will not come down to save you, but God will use somebody to save you. And God will save you in one way or the other. Remember, we are talking about the supreme justice. The man that cannot take bribe, the man that don't look at anybody, irrespective of your position, your age, your wealth, your riches, or whatsoever. He's a man of justice who knows how to do the right thing and who believes in the truth, and is a truth giver. Listen and listen good. That is why I said it. God will just raise somebody. Haven't you seen among the corridor of power, you see one person raising up a head, a kind of disagreeing, a kind of trying to expose one another. And when they see that this person might likely expose us, what do they do? They will try to arrange and negotiate with such person in order for that person not to too much expose them. Remember what happened during the time of Buhari, when the rumor come up that Buhari have died, original Buhari, which Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said, and we all listen to me, even current president, Obasanjo knows that the original Buhari is no more. Now let's know.
I'm coming. First is first, there is no original Buhari. I'm coming. Okay. There is no fake Buhari. Okay. Muhammadu Buhari, the president of Nigeria, is still the same Muhammadu Buhari. But let's look at what's happening. I'm coming.
I want to mention somebody there.
I'm coming.
What he said when he was denied Senate certificate. I'm talking about the former governor of Imo State. If you remember, during that time that he was denied the certificate of being elected Senate, he said in one of his comments, he said if they did not give him that certificate, that he will expose many things. If you forget, I did not forget. I remember. And what happened? Are you hearing it from the background? He said that we exposed some things. When they saw the rate at which the man was going, so they called him down and gave him the certificate as the elected senator.
So let's talk about cash crunch, because we are closing now. Let's talk about cash crunch. TS operators are sourcing funds from traders, and if you go to the bank nowadays to even see money is very hard. You don't know, those centers are trying to intervene. But what does this mean for businesses in this part of the world?
Listen and listen good. It is obvious that in Nigeria, we are the one doing ourselves. I went to the bank the other day. Do you know what I was told? He said I should go. They don't have enough cash in the whole bank. As big as bank is, they say they don't have enough cash based on the amount I wanted to collect. That they will not give me more than 20,000. What? He said if I want to collect more, that I should go to POS. I was like, what is the sense of you people being operating as a bank? Because they are using the system of buying and selling, using your money to sell out to the POS operators. Those ones, when you go to them, you use your money to buy your money again, because they will charge you for trying to collect money from them. You understand me? So all this thing is business, and the POS operators are running business with the bank. Bank are benefiting from them because bank are charging them, collecting some percentage from them, giving them. Are you getting it? Giving them that money. So if you actually need cash, go to POS, you will have cash. But when you go to the bank, because POS have already paid bank, and that money which is supposed to be in the bank for you to collect have been dished out, have been sold out or sell out to the POS operators, then you go there and bargain the business with them, and they themselves have to collect their own percentage too. This is trade by barter.
Okay, thank you so much for coming, Evangelist Benjamin Zesinati. Thank you, for God bless you. Let me have Pastor Gideon. Let me have Pastor Gideon this morning. Pastor Gideon is here today. Today is very, very calm, and I like him. Look at Pastor Gideon. He's not saying anything. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
To you, Pastor Gideon.
Yeah, good morning. You know, once upon a time, we are arrived. We create our viewers. We talk matter of Nigerian for them, and we will continue to talk until Nigeria what good.
That's good.
That's it. So because there's no way we cannot talk until Nigerian be what. There's something that we are interested in the country. We are interested in Nigeria. Maybe people will just know they're interested. We are interested in Nigeria to become a good country. That's why we are always coming.
So let's start. PS operators source fund from traders. Like I told, like my last question before he had to go. I'm talking about Evangelist Benjamin Zesinati. We are looking at the fact that to see money from the bank is very hard, but players have money. You're a man of God, Pastor Gideon. What do you think is the cause of this?
The APC bank. APC bank destroy the bank. APC bank is POX. Since APC come out, POX come out.
Oh, you think that APC bank is POX?
That is it. It's POX. That's other bank. The real bank is dead. POX now operate as APC bank. Does that mean? The bank we are talking about now is so that bank now that they bring out called POX is one that turned our bank out. You know what I mean? They say Mefere is one that started, and they bring Mefere to justice for bringing all those things out. And the same time they bring a Yoruba man there. They call him, I don't know what they call him, a central bank governor. He cannot even change what the Mefere was doing. But now Mefere is in custody of justice, but the man too cannot even change anything that Mefere do as wrong thing. POS is the most stupid thing I ever found in the history of banking.
Explain why.
In abroad, you use your ATM card to buy something in POX, in cathedral, supermarket, or anywhere you want to buy something. But Nigeria will use a POX to become bank. He pay out at the bank. I've never seen such thing before. And when I tell them why this thing happened, they say great job. A great job for who? Why is stupid thing have a great job in Nigeria? Why is stupid thing that don't make sense? Supposed to be supposed to orient it. A big man will drop for his car account and collect money from POX. So it don't make sense. If POX income is a APC bank, we call it APC bank that the APC brought to Nigeria. POX. The money they make there is too high. They make billions for POX, and now they abandon them because of that money that they make. It make no sense. No money for ATM, POX. No money for anywhere. You enter anywhere, they don't give you money. So go and collect from POX. Understand me? Because the money you collect from POX, maybe they collect 100 naira for any amount. That is not the money they collect for bank.
Abi, transfer money for bank na 10 naira, some 20 naira, some bank to bank 25 naira. I never see 50 naira before. Understand me? But what PX charge 100 naira for just 2,000? You make them to get money. They make money. It's a APC idea. The carcass of APC idea that everything they bring must become stupid. Nothing when they bring will make sense.
So there's a good news, Pastor. Terrorism. Federal government secures conviction of over 200 suspects. That's NSC. That's 200 people that are carried out terrorism in Nigeria. They have been convicted. 200 of them. How does that news sound to you?
You know, convicted. You know, convicted. Now lie. If they convicted, you can stop now. It's you know they convicted. The more they convicted after this, listen to me. I remember when they catch someone for IPOB. He said they brainwash him, say they will pay him salary. At the end, they don't pay him salary. The same thing happened to these guys where they say they are terrorists. When they brainwash him to join bandits, they go pay him salary. Brainwash him to join Boko Haram, they go pay him salary. If he fail, because they can't come back and say they are convicted. Convicted for what? Many could brainwash again and join. And when they brainwash again, they will seek it. If they compete and compete, so now everything could happen. Upon how many are they, all of them repented? So many times they repented. Now it could have been off now, but you see they continue. That means there's nobody. It's just that when you go frustrated, you come back. When you go frustrated, you come back. It's a wayo repentant. Let me read.
So, Pastor, let's talk about what's happening now. Over the weekend, we saw former governor of Kano, Rabiu Musa Kwankaso, the leader of the Kwankasiya movement. We saw former governor of Cross River State, Donald Duke. They want to visit Obasanjo in Abeokuta. But APC is saying whether nobody can remove Bola Ahmed Tinubu from power. Where do you think that the APC is getting their confidence from?
Tinubu is safe.
Tinubu is safe.
Yes, Tinubu is safe. Tinubu is safe. That is the problem. APC have power past Obasanjo in science, in everything. Have power past all of them. They are looking for help from Obasanjo. Obasanjo cannot help them. Remember how Obasanjo Torubi at the end when this guy win the election, they called him Tinubu. Obasanjo say Omo Yoruba ni yekalo. He come Obi for back. All that Obi effort that he was shouting that Obasanjo give him Nigeria was useless. Don't call me that man. A fool go me Obasanjo. A fool as a politician, then go me Obasanjo.
So you think Obasanjo have no political value?
Nothing. Now a fool, they go me Obasanjo as a politician. And when you say go me, the next time this is a fool man. That then are joke, and all of them they go. If they come out in Nigeria, you know say that foolish people that we won't come to Nigeria. Why go me Obasanjo for what?
But do you think that Tinubu has performed enough to that we should very long way? But do you think that Tinubu has performed enough to be re-elected as of now?
Tinubu exists in leadership, but you can't remove him. That's the problem.
Nobody can remove him.
But it's a world president, you can't remove him. That's the problem.
Why can't he be removed?
You know what I'm talking about. Tinubu is a world president ever Nigerian app in Africa, apart from India and Uganda. Idi Amin say better pass Tinubu. Idi Amin better pass Tinubu, but you cannot remove him. That's the problem we have. So if anybody can remove him, Nigerians are looking for who can remove him. Yoruba man is looking for who can remove Tinubu. Does that mean? Yoruba man, Igbo man, all Nigeria, even the Hausa man, Orobo, Ibidio, Efik, Iyo, Karabade, everybody in Nigeria looking who can remove this man for power. But nobody can remove him.
So nobody can remove Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You
know the way I'm taking it. Bola Ahmed Tinubu can go third time. Nobody can remove him.
No, you are saying that even if you want a third term, nobody can.
No, you don't know what the man is. Even if you want third term, nobody can remove him. If Shetima fight, if not this Shetima against him, he go restore Shetima. You know my boy? Yes. If not fight, use Shetima to fight him, not to go third term. Tinubu go defeat Shetima. You need to understand what Tinubu is. Nobody, I repeat, nobody can remove Tinubu for that seat.
Yes. So, Pastor,
nobody can remove him for seat.
Okay.
So don't deceive them. They should not deceive themselves. They got me. See. You know what happened?
Mr. Shola, will you?
Don't break him. So we need to understand the man that is talking about. Tinubu is not a man who can deliver. He cannot defeat Tinubu. So let Nigeria know. Go meet Obasanjo and security. Obasanjo said they fear Tinubu.
Obasanjo is afraid of Tinubu.
He's afraid of Tinubu. All Yoruba Abalis, they fear of Tinubu. So we can't just go to such a man. Tinubu has come to stay with Nigeria. Anybody that will be Tinubu apart.
Okay, so
everybody that go against Tinubu and move to Nigeria is the honor of Nigeria. No more than only the honor of Nigeria. The real Nigerian that will remove Tinubu, not anybody. So don't joke with it. Leave Peter Obi, leave leave this man waiting the column. Donald Duke. All of them going to meet Obasanjo. They are weak.
Okay, thank you so much for coming, Pastor. Let me have Mr. Shola. God bless you. You want to have me, Mr. Shola. Let me have you. And because you have always been like, oh, everything is about Tinubu. But then, let's talk about 2027. Because yesterday we saw Donald Duke and RMK, Mr. Koka, so they went to meet. They want to meet Obasanjo. Do you think that
people that are talking about politics here now Peter Obi made them to know little about politics. They are shoe seller, bag seller, cloth seller. They don't know anything about Nigerian political history. Who is Donald Duke? Who is Obasanjo? Who is Obasanjo? Obasanjo, when it comes to politics, Obasanjo cannot withstand Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Politics, I'm not talking about governance. Politics is a small boy. Obasanjo won presidential election in Nigeria because of death of MK Abiola. Circumstances led him to be president, not because we wanted to elect him. Because then it was only Tinubu and it's only Obasanjo and what is it called? Falai contested. AD and PDP then. But on a normal ground, Obasanjo never won his local government as a president. He lost in 1999. He never win his state as a president in 1999. Until now, Obasanjo never be an opposition. He never be APC member or Labour Party member. He has never won his local government since he left office. What is political value? Tell me something. What is political value? Let me tell you this. 2027 is still far. Talking about 2027 now, you are wasting your energy because politics never starts. We are talking about governance. When the game of politics starts, you will know the meaning of politics. Now, Labour Party, they were having 30 years of red member or thereabout. About 6 of them, they don't become back to APC. And some are the campaign. Hold on. How many of their senators don't become back to APC? They are still the campaign. By next year, you see nothing put the camp to APC. Let me tell you this. Rice is 100,000 plus. Garri is how much? But still, they claim Edo State. But still, they claim Ondo State. How come? This is politics. It's different from the noise. When the game of politics starts, it's different from the noise. They will play the politics on a normal norms with the situation of Nigerian economy now. APC not supposed to rule Edo State or win Ondo State because of hardship in the country. Why do you think that they won? Well, that is what I said. The politics never starts. When the politics starts, it's totally different from the governance. So all these people that they are talking, Tinubu doesn't talk much about his games, but when the game starts, we will know who is who in Nigerian politics. And I will still tell you this: the northern people that you are talking about, massively, they are still going to support Asiwaju in 2020. Why do you think so? Because power must be in the south for 8 years before the power can return back to the north. Because you cannot serve 8 years in the north and you want the power back within 4 years to pay back to the north. They will still stand by Asiwaju so that they can take over after his government. And again, you see, when I see people talking, Peter Obi is not a politician. Obi got that vote because of the movement of NSAS and then other things that Buhari did. 2027, Obi cannot go up half of that vote again. From where? Because people are already tired. They are tired. When the time comes, you will see that the difference between man and the boys, because Tinubu is a man, the other guys are all boys.
So let me ask you this question before you go.
Yeah.
Local government, I'm leaving for it now. Local government autonomy.
Yeah.
Now, maybe Tinubu has a good intention for Nigerians,
Yes.
but we saw how governors want to take over the allocations of their local government chairmen.
Yes.
Now, 2 trillion naira, alcohol is kicking, Nigeria is kicking.
Nigerians, we are just like Yahoo people. Nigerians generally, we are like Yahoo people. You see all these people, they want miracle in governance within a year. Hold on. Governance is not a day job. Someone who cannot even manage your home in 1 year. Talk less of manage Nigeria in 250 million people or 200 million people in a year or 2 years. Let me tell you this. That's why I said,
Okay, did you be part America until let you continue?
you want to look at it now. Nigerian democracy came back to life in 1999. American democracy of how many years? You cannot compare 200 years democracy to 1999 democracy to Nigeria. That's why I say that's why you see when I come and see most of these people, they are shoe sellers, back sellers. They don't know anything about Nigerian politics. Peter Obi brought so many of them into politics. Let me not go back to local government autonomy. Let me tell you this. Without local government, each state will not function very well. We need to go back to local government, because in those days, local government chairman, they can tar road, they can do a lot of things. But governors are siphon the money from them so that they are powerless to do anything. Tinubu intention towards Nigeria is the best thing so far, but the thing is this: the way it comes is very hard to Nigerians, and without we cannot get, without the pains we cannot get the gains. Let me say this to you: if somebody want to govern Nigeria today, you have to ask yourself the first question: how can you get resources to manage this country? The money you are talking about, all Nigerian politicians siphon the money in their accounts. You cannot jail all of them as a democratic government. It's only a military that can come and jail all of them or to kill all of them. Because before you become a president, armed robbers and thieves that elected, that supported with their resources, brought into power. You cannot go and jail all of them that brought into power because of their resources. Look at Yaya Bello. Why is APC CID Yaya Bello? Tinubu know how much Yaya Bello contributed to his victory. He paid money, he gave them money, he gave them support, he won the state. Tinubu cannot sit down and say, I'll go and jail this guy, because a finger that fed you, they don't bite it in Nigerian politics. And whoever that's going to govern Nigeria today, I will still tell you, there is no miracle man that can solve Nigerian problem in 2 years. Our problem has been piling up in several years. Before we were living a fake life, economically, we were living a fake life. Let me say this to you. Professor Lord Robin said something. The best man that defined economics in history of economics, he says economics is a science that studies human behaviors as a relation between and scarce. Means we have alternative uses. We are talking about choice, wants, scarcity, scale of preference, opportunity cost, or holding cost. How can we be living without those things in our economic terms every day? Because what are our wants? What are our scarcity? What are the scale of preference we are having? And another thing is this: any consuming nation, and we still say it, any consuming nation cannot go economically. We are a consuming nation. Look at how these guys are here. All the products they are selling, they are from abroad. We are not. What are we giving to Igbo that is giving us money? Economically, we are paralyzed. So we need someone who will take a drastic step. Do you know why? Why elites didn't talk much about this economy? All this Lumelu, Dangote, or whatever. They knew that this guy is taking the right step. But the right step will be painful to the poor people, the masses, because we are poor in Nigeria. You get? But if you don't take this drastic step, we cannot get it right. That is why it's going to be painful to everybody now. But we have to go through the pains before the gain. No pains, no gain. So Tinubu is working towards gain. Let's get the pains. The pains will surely go. The gain is coming. Okay. That is it.
God bless you so much. Thanks for coming. Yeah, that is opinion known, and we have to respect his opinion on this platform. Let me have them. I said, okay, let me have them. The two of you can come. Let me just. Let us. I don't know why you always. It's not my fault. I don't understand their combination. I don't understand. But it's good. I'm only happy to see people come. Mr. Lawrence and Mr. Femi. Mr. Lawrence, you agree with Ashola in saying that our economy, our democracy is not ripe enough for we to have a very good democracy and to have a very good system in Nigeria.
Yeah, number one, our democracy are not studying democracy in Nigeria, and I don't think that Nigeria they already reach to have their independence. But even if you never reach to have your independence, when a little child is growing, whether the parents train him or isn't train, you know what's going to happen. You are start changing your thinking. Now, as Nigeria is now, our thinking, our rotation supposed to change. Whether we reach to have independence or we not reach to have independence, or to rule for democracy or not, we are not supposed to continue in a military regime, because you know the military regime is by fire by force. Now we are already a grown-up person in Nigeria now. Our thinking is supposed to be different thing. Now what that young man saying is different thing. You know, he said that the way they play politics in Nigeria democracy is not the way they play democracy in any other world. Now, and he said that Nigeria population of Nigeria is too much. I disagree with her. Now, in the many nations now, look at China. China have the highest population before, followed by India. But India already took over now. India is the country that have the highest population in the world. Check the way the rate of their poverty. Check what they are producing in their land. Okay, look at China again. Look at Korea. Look at America. Only one part of America is bigger than the whole Nigeria. How America is coping? We are talking about Nigeria. The problem we have with this Nigeria that somebody knows that he cannot deliver because of he have money or whatever, you use it, and tribalism and religion use it against your people. Let's forget about tribe now. We have good Nigerian nation here. We will have, if you go to north, we get a good candidate can rule Nigeria in the north. Come to this west, we will see a good people can rule Lagos, Nigeria. Okay, look at former governor of Lagos State, Ambrose. Ambrose is another good example we can have in this west. Followed by Fashola. When those two people rule Lagos State, you do see the difference in Lagos State. Now, come to southeast, we have the people can rule Nigeria, can deliver Nigeria. Look at Ale Soti. It's another good example now to rule Nigeria. Let's forget about tribe. Let Nigerians stop doing tribalism and let them start to following money. Somebody know that he cannot deliver. We remember when Buhari want to be a Nigerian president, millions of people in Nigeria come outside and say, don't vote for this man cannot deliver. But because of tribe and religion, they say no. Say Baba, what happened after everything? That Baba will not see Baba face again. Now another person come, old age, my brother, whatever you are doing in life, age matters. Whether you like it or leave it, that thing you can do it, stay. What you supposed to do in your place, start giving the little one the idea, guidance. But Nigeria government is not like that. Nigeria believe that as you don't be old, you can rule Nigeria. You forget that thinking. It's not there. Do you know how many pressure is coming that place? As far as you know that this kind of person cannot deliver, no need to put it there. Okay. And so how another person can govern that nation? What do you do that is advice? My son, my children do like this, do like this. You see the good result. And that's why you have the elderly people in the world.
Okay, so let me have Mr. Femi. You have to speak up today because you know that the people are arguing. Now, you are arguing with Fashola. Tinubu is not the problem of our country. Our democracy is not matured enough to be compared with other great nations in the world. Do you agree with him?
Let's start from the maturity of our democracy. There is nothing to be matured about. This maturity we are talking about, there is nothing to say about it. Only what we lack is integrity, and our system is not working. Please, the noise is too much. And our system is not working. So I don't believe in all this either democracy is mature or democracy is not mature. You can go to Ghana there, see what they are doing in Ghana.
and Ghana is ahead of us in so many ramifications when it's talk about integrity, honesty, and some decision making. Honestly speaking, Ghana is ahead of us. I don't see anything that make our democracy not to be mature, and I don't believe in this belief that maybe our democracy is going to be mature in the next 100 years or next 200 years. If it is not mature now, it may never be mature forever. Now let's go to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu the problem of Nigeria? We can say yes and we can say no. He contributed to it. He's part of it. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is part of Nigeria's problem. But one of Nigeria, so far that is part of Nigeria problem, he has angle. And where he's trying to solve Nigeria problem is another angle. Like solving Nigeria problem is to restore the autonomy of local government that some governor bent on it that is not going to be possible. Like issue of tax reform leading us to true federalism is another step, which I know that there are some other agenda that the man is still bringing. State police is another thing that's taking us to where we're supposed to be. And I want to dare, like I usually say that, I want to dare any incoming president to come and reverse subsidy that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu removed. I dare Obi, I dare Atiku, I dare Kwankwaso. When they become Nigeria president, they should reverse it. They should reverse it if they know they can handle it. The only thing I believe President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should have been do better is how to cushion the effect of Nigeria, because this is not the first time. Even if Jonathan come, do you think Jonathan will reverse subsidy? Jonathan that has removed it since 2012 that we say no, and that is one of the things that we can call a problem that Tinubu contributed into Nigeria, because if not for them, Jonathan will have removed subsidy successfully since 2012, and there will be nothing to remove again. But Jonathan removed subsidy, and opposition, Tinubu, they all play politics with it. Payami compared that we play politics with subsidy when we say no to subsidy removal, and now Tinubu came in. The first thing he did was to remove subsidy. That is the policy. That is when Nigeria usually politicize every challenge that we have. When we have a particular challenge, instead of all of us to come together and solve the problem, we politicize it. APC politicized security challenge during Nigeria, during Jonathan's regime. When we have security challenge in the north, instead of all of us to come together and fight this insecurity, they politicize it so that they'll be able to cripple Jonathan's regime. The man, let me tell you this thing I'm talking about. I confirm it from mouth of somebody that you think he will always support APC. I hear it from this man, Babajide Ositoju, of journalist angle. He said this man Jonathan was they don't allow him to buy. Nobody sell weapon to him, and that was why he wanted to buy a black market. He wanted to buy weapon black market, and they still have issue with that one when they catch them in South Africa. So Nigeria, those are the one of the problem that Tinubu contributed into Nigeria. I mean, the part of Tinubu when they politicize everything. When we see a challenge, instead of all of us to work together and help that government, if you want to campaign, you have other things to campaign upon. But a challenge that is affecting every one of us, some people come in and politicize because they want to wrestle power. And after they wrestle that power, it's like I'm doing something noble, and somebody is condemning it. Now, he later do the same thing that he was condemning me for. That is it. But referring to one of this, what this man was saying, Mr. Sola was saying before, honestly speaking, it's just a mixed word. Is it true that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing his best? No, he has not done his best. To me, he has not performed up to my expectation. But did he do nothing? He's doing something. Because to do something is better than doing nothing. He's doing something, which I think he's supposed to do it more better, in a more better way. Somebody said they were not prepared, that all our presidents are not prepared, and I said Tinubu is prepared because he took a president that prepared to remove subsidy the very day he was inaugurated. That means he has been prepared. That means the thing is boiling in his mind. Let's forget about how he has played politics with it before. And I say, prepare is prepare. Somebody say, a caterer that know how to prepare jollof. Prepare it is delicious. And you tell somebody that means that I'm not here. I want to do concussion. Put Maggi, put everything. Both of us prepare. But the difference is in the taste. That is it.
So let me ask you, but let me let you go. One question. You're talking about the local government autonomy, which Tinubu may have a good intention about, may have. But Algon and Nolge, they are kicking as governors get 2 trillion local government autonomy allocations. Algon, that's on the 4 pages of the Punch. 4 pages of the Punch, the major line, they say Algon Nolge kick as governors get 2 trillion naira local government allocation. Why must the governors lording over the local government? The president is not lording over the governor. Why? Because we always say that the local government is the last I'm talking about the last tire, and it's going to the people more than any other. Why is the local government not working, not performing?
Yes, that's one of the Nigeria problem, and that's why we can say that Tinubu is not only Tinubu that was the problem of Nigeria. Nigeria have their own peculiar. Like I usually say that when you have one satanic president, then remember that you have another 36 demon as governor. 36 demon, they are there as the governor, and they are playing their role now to tell you that Nigeria problem is not about one person. It's a collective effort of everybody that put us to where we are now. Somebody said, let local government as autonomy. Even a madman can understand that. You state do according to allocation they give you. Must you spend your own and say local government chairman they don't know how to spend their money? Okay, if you have 36 governor as a chief, let's have 770 something chief, so that chief will be very many, and chief will be so closer. Chief will be so closer to us. I can walk up to my local government and ask them about how to spend the money. It's very very closer to us, and you see that some people are working against it. Then you will have seen the difference.
So thanks for coming so much, Mr. Femi. Let me have him in the final word. You speak. We have seen some Labour Party members, representatives that they are crossing over to APC. In your opinion, does that mean that they have betrayed Peter Obi? Because most of them they became out of red because of the name of Peter Obi. Now they are crossing over to other party. Do you think that they are betrayers? What do you think should happen to them, in your opinion, in 2007 presidential? I'm talking about 2007 elections.
Anything in life now, there's a lot of challenges can come outside. People that win as Labour Party because of the umbrella of P2B, I know that it's not P2B being that Labour Party, but because of the umbrella of P2B, they popularly make them win. Now, when P2B didn't win as a president of Nigeria, there's many challenges will come. That challenge will come that as APC, as the presidential now, we would like to conquer everything. If you not agree for their own, they will do what they will destroy that person. That's what is going upper hand. Like, let me say 95% of human beings would like to go where something is happening. Are you getting me? And those people that are living for Labour Party to APC, the thing they see the enter Labour Party is not what they are seeing again, because of P2B, they think that P2B will win 2023 election as a president of Nigeria, but he didn't win. Now, so then to maintain their position, they need to agree what the master of the other one saying. That's APC. Without that, what their benefits for that place, they will do things. They will deny them. That's the reason why they are doing it. They are entering that. I didn't say whether Labour Party to do them something or not do them something. Because when Labour Party is supposed to do something to defend themselves, immediately P2B will as a president of Nigeria, what he's supposed to do is supposed to stand, and you know that millions of Nigeria supported him. He's supposed to stand and fight for his right. But as he don't stand, what happened for the men member? The men member will do it too. They can join anywhere they want to join. It's not a taboo on my own side.
Okay, thank you so much for coming, and God bless you. Mr. Raf is here. Good morning. So, good morning, Mr. Raf. Let's go to the point because we are not live. So,
to my greatest surprise, we are not live.
So, yes. Yes. We know it just happened. We're talking about network issues and everything. But let's go straight to the point here. The point is, Tinubu not threatened by Obasanjo, Kwankwaso, or big talk. That means the APC is saying, like they said the other time on Friday, Jonathan cannot remove Tinubu. Today they are saying that Obasanjo, because over the weekend we saw RMK, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, Donald Duke, they went to visit Obasanjo at Abeokuta. APC is saying we don't care. Nothing is happening. What do you think? Or where do you think that the APC is having their confidence from in saying Bola Tinubu cannot be removed by anybody?
You know where their confidence is coming from? They have the gun, they have the machetes. What do I mean? Metaphorical, or you term it figure of speech. You know why? They have the judiciary, like I said last week. They have the lawmakers, the whole arms, 3 arms of government, including themselves, executive. The rest are rubber stamp. I don't know what I understand. And there's such a whereby Nigerian military forces don't value our lives. What they're after is their money. If you make noise, if you challenge the soldier, if you challenge the police, you are going to be disallowed or demised with blades. And federal government of Nigeria can sponsor any military forces to stop anybody from, truncating the possible coexistence of this present administration. So when people like this boast, you actually know that the umpire INEC is with them. The umpire INEC, Jega, that was during Jonathan, Professor Jiga from almighty tertiary institution of Nigeria, New University, is still dining and whining with the serpent called Department of Executive, Jega. Now currently we are having this man, Mahmoud Yakub, a professor, university done, is politicizing, is playing with Nigerians, our lives. Today Jega is free, moving free all over Nigeria, moving free all over Europe. Someone that has truncated the effort of Nigerians to make the right choice by themselves. He truncated it and is free today because Tinubu wants to rule Nigeria. Tinubu wants to be a president. That's why an umpire is at least gambling with our lives. Do you know what it means to come out and boast that way? If that could be in an advanced societies of Europe and America, do you know what is supposed to be happening in Nigeria now, by now? That actually you are in charge of our predicament. Actually you knew that APC failed, they did not win, and you gave them. APC is boasting because Nigeria is a country that celebrates criminalities. Nigeria is a country that at least always exonerates criminals. I don't know what I understand. Criminality in Nigeria is right in the right thinking of their political ways. But when people are the right people, they are justifiable in all their doings. The government of Nigeria, they turn their back on you. When you are saying the truth against APC today, against Tinubu, they will come and pick you. But when you are dining and eating and whining with them, I don't know what I understand. They will actually embrace you because you are a criminal. So today, we are seeing an APC that is too transonical, too boastful, even telling the whole world that they are still in charge. When none of Nigerian, the whole Nigerian people are 10 billion. One single person outside politicians cannot come out and say APC is the right party. Everybody turns their back on them, but at the end of the election, they will win. Imagine, think deep. And yet, we have European observers from Britain, from France, the observers that want African countries to be working. They are here, observing our elections. At the end of the day, the wrong person, the rejected person, carries the day. What kind of life is that? What kind of country are we? Contraption have we found ourselves in? What kind of society are you telling the whole world that this kind of place is? Many vices, political vices, social vices, religious vices, all in this contraption. And the so-called Europeans are telling you that Nigerians are invading their country, Nigerians are drug pushers, Nigerians are fraudulent fraudsters in Europe. They are the cause of these vices. If Europe is not abating fallible elections in Nigeria, no Nigerian Yahoo would have gone to London and the Yahoo the British. If what we are doing here is right, if not that European election observers are eating and dining with Nigerian political rogues, no Yahoo will go to Amsterdam and Yahoo the Dutch. Okay, they are the cause of their problem. They are the cause of our problem. Look at the boastful APC. Yes, they are boasting of the discrepancies. They are boasting of irregularities. What is the epitome of justice, Department of Judiciary, doing when criminals are boasting of criminalities? What are they doing? The judges are there, receiving billions, receiving houses as incentives from Nigerian politicians, especially Bola Ahmed Tinubu. See, let me tell you, everyone, we don't need to bother ourselves much. We know that they actually know that they are our problem. See, it can last. Listen and listen good. Nothing lasts forever. Ask me why. Why? I know when Russia was under communism. Yes, communist Russia. What is going on in Russia today? Very little tiny features of communism is there. Very tiny. Let me use the word tiny. Because the whole federative has what? Separated. 16 federatives. They are gone. Under Perestroika and Glasnost, led by Boris Yeltsin and Mikhail Gorbachev. Russia thought they would stay as a communist country forever. But today, see Putin. They conduct election now. Putin with his money and whatever charisma he has that makes Russians to love him. Putin is there. Today, no communism again there. Freedom of speech, liberation, you have a right to do whatever you want to do, provided it's not under the umbrella of the law. If you contravene the law, then they will hold you. But during communism, whether you contravene the law or not, so let me tell you, Nigeria has gone a long way to tell the whole world that we've gotten it wrong in this part of the world. And what I'm telling you is that I don't think Tinubu is going anywhere 2027.
Oh, thank you so much for coming. You know, because of this, we're not live. But God bless you. Thanks for coming, and we appreciate you. So by tomorrow, we'll be live.
Joe Oba, thank you.
We'll do that tomorrow.
Thank you. I know. Let me thank you. Okay. Mami Kechi, thank you. Everybody, all of you, we thank you. Ubi Aja, we thank you. Jane Ogo, we thank you. Gladys Oyobo, we thank you all.
Okay. So let me, Pastor may be my last reviewer today. I'm looking at the fact that Tinubu is somehow busy. Good morning, Pastor Matthew. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Because when I have you, I'm more relaxed because we can go different topics. So let me start like this with this particular topic. Supreme Court may remove Bola Ahmed Tinubu today. According to the suit which has been filed by a former presidential candidate of the HDP of Democratic Party, is asking Supreme Court to remove Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But do you think, in your opinion, that Supreme Court have that right, have the power, how to say, to remove the incumbent president of Nigeria?
It's not about power. They have the power. It's about whether they can exercise the power. That is on one hand. But secondly, I saw the news headline. I didn't read it.
Okay, I've read it.
Because it's unthinkable that the Supreme Court will remove a sitting Nigerian president. I see all those things as just business as usual. It is irrespective of whether the person who is filing the application have a good ground to unseat the president. Even if you have a good ground, I don't see the Supreme Court of Nigeria removing the sitting president of Nigeria. So for that reason, I didn't bother even reading that the news. I only saw the headline. I didn't bother reading it.
So I read it. Let me read it again. I read it in the morning. I went to the Vanguard paper. Ex-president candidates asked Supreme Court to start Tinubu from office He said that he's an active CIA agent, all fit for presidency. Let me read a little bit. Abuja. Former presidential candidate Chief Ambrose Owuru has approached the Supreme Court praying to start President Bola Tinubu from office. Owuru of the presidential of the Democratic Party, the 2019 general election, the legal action he filed currently at the Apex Court, among others, to maintain that President Tinubu is an active agent of the Central Intelligence Agency CIA of the United States of America. A position he said made him unfit to occupy a seat. The president equally urged the Apex Court to qualify Tinubu on the account that he had earlier provided a sum of $40,000 to the United States of the United of America in a drug-related case. He specifically prayed the Supreme Court to invoke Section 107 under the Constitution as amended and ask Tinubu from office for beyond the control of foreign authorities. I can go on and on, but these are the major things. The man, Mr. Ambrose, who is asking the Supreme Court to remove President Bola Tinubu. But he said that he don't think that the Supreme Court have that how do I put it? They have that right or the power or the no to exercise their power to remove him. Let's go to the fact. Yesterday we saw Tinubu one of the council in Abeokuta. They went to meet President Obasanjo. APC is saying meet anybody, Tinubu will spend 8 years. What is your take concerning
Tinubu 8 years is not guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed.
It depends on how opposition are able to put themselves together. It is irrespective of the opinion of Tinubu and his handlers. If oppositions are able to put themselves together on a good platform, I think they have what it takes to stop Tinubu come 2027. Because for me, Tinubu have not been able to deliver defense of democracy to the people. They are not able to deliver on the mandate. So to that extent, it is very easy to stop him in 2027, depending on how opposition is able to put that in order. So that threat from the presidency doesn't have any potency.
So we are looking at the fact that there may be a little tension, but okay, we are close with them. Let's talk about local government autonomy. President Tinubu may have good intention, but we are seeing federal the state governors are saying no, and the money $2 trillion may get to them, even though we are seeing back and forth argument against it. Do you think that our state governors, people have accused them of immunity, that they are even worse than the president? What do you have to say concerning this issue?
Almost all the state governors in Nigeria are involved in misappropriating local government funds. Because misappropriation is simply if the constitution says give XYZ to a local government, you refuse to give that money. It is irrespective of whether you use it judiciously. So long as you misappropriate, you didn't give it to the person that is due to legally, is misappropriation. What happens in most cases is the state governors will receive this money from federal government on behalf of local government in their respective local government. Instead of using the money for the purpose, they will end up misappropriating it, not giving local government the money that is due to them. So for me, almost all the state governors are involved in this misappropriation.
So you are looking at 2024 budget. LG oversees 2024 borrowing target by 4 trillion.
I'm already worried about the borrowing trend of federal government. And for me, National Assembly is not doing their job, because in a time like this, National Assembly was supposed to step in to halt that trajectory, that excessive borrowing, because it's exposing our economy, even our generation unborn, to serious danger.
So you're looking at the fact that, let's close with this, Mali, Burkina Faso have to join 2025 to come to ECOWAS, but then those ones are saying they are not coming back, and there's a December, I'm talking about January deadline for them to leave permanently, but they've been given extended grace by ECOWAS that Mali, Burkina Faso have to 2025 to return. Are you seeing possibility of Mali coming back to ECOWAS, or you think that they made their final decision? It's because it's not like AES, they formed it. AES, it's the allied Sahel countries, like the three of them. But I see possibility of them coming back, or they may have made their final exit from the ECOWAS.
They already formed their Sahel alliance, so ECOWAS is only wasting their time. They are not interested in coming back.
ECOWAS is the greater loser. ECOWAS is the greater loser.
So, Pastor, I must let you go. Thanks for coming, sir. But today we can go on and on, but due to some technical issues, we're not able to do as we're supposed to do. But thanks for coming, Pastor. God bless you. But tomorrow I'll be giving you more time, then we can discuss a little bit more about this particular interesting issue. Thanks for coming so much, Pastor, and God bless you. All our viewers, let's always stay with us. We appreciate you. We love you. God bless you. Thanks for coming.